PoeTober.
The year's 1935, and again we get the dream team of Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi starring in The Raven. But, as we saw with The Black Cat, sometimes the name does not always match the story. And this time we get a lot of different Poeisms, Bela Lugosi being insane, Boris Karloff doing what he does best, but this one's a little bit different. So let's take a look at The Raven.
The film begins with a bang, or a crash. A car crash. A woman named Jean is severely injured, and her father convinces the highly esteemed Dr. Richard Vallon, played by Bela Lugosi of course, to perform a procedure to save her life. It succeeds, but the doctor falls in love with the girl, much to the dismay of her father and fiancé. He obsesses over her, and unfortunately for her father, he is also obsessed with the stories of Edgar Allan Poe, and has an elaborate underground lair with a giant swinging pendulum. What are the chances? Eventually, a criminal named Edmund Bateman, played by Karloff, comes to Vallon asking him to perform plastic surgery on him. He eventually agrees, but Vallon disfigures him and says he will only reverse it if he agrees to killing Jean's father and fiancé. It all leads to a crazy ending where walls are closing in, guns are going off, entire rooms are elevators. It's great. It ends on a bittersweet note, as while Bateman is able to kill Vallon, he dies as a result of his wounds. I really enjoyed this film. It has got to be one of Lugosi's greatest performances. He's absolutely mad.
What a delicious storage of Bateman. Greater than Poe. Poe only conceived it. I have done it, Bateman. Poe, you are avenged.
And it's interesting to see the dynamic switch between the Black Cat and this one. The roles are essentially reversed. This time Lugosi has all the power and Karloff is vulnerable. Again, you have the issue that every other actor kind of gets lost amid the greatness of the top-billed talent. You really feel sad for Bateman, as although he has done awful things, he's at least attempting to change his ways. How does it function as an adaptation of the Raven poem? Well, Lugosi does recite some of it, and thematically you can say that Vallon relates to the loss and torment present in the original work, but it's more or less only adapting the actual title. I mean, that is a cool film title.
The Raven.
It's nice that they incorporated so many different references to Poe, the pit and the pendulum obviously being the biggest inclusion. But a madman on a rampage based on a love obsession? That sounds like something Poe would like. They also threw in a little comedy bit here and there, which honestly doesn't really fit, but hey, it's there. This was the last of the Poe films made in the 1930s. There was The Black Cat from 1941, but that again is really only named after the story and is more of a comedy. Maybe we'll cover it next PoeTober. Next time we take a look at Poe in film, it's going to be in glorious color. My goodness. Well, until then, make sure to stay spooky.